Welcome to Mr. Boogie. Date. As an independent 17-year-old, she craved this freedom, but a flicker of nerves twisted in her stomach. What if something happened? Shaking off the fear, Emily focused on the promise of a quiet evening. Settling in for the night, she ordered her favorite pizza, the smell of melting cheese and spices wafting through the house. Her room was transformed into a cozy retreat, adorned with fairy lights, and the glow of her laptop screen illuminated her face as she picked a classic horror movie. This was her idea of relaxation, just her, the film, and the comfort of home. As she sank into her couch, her phone buzzed with a message from Sarah, her best friend.
Hey, how's the night going? You were still doing fine without your parents, right?
Emily laughed and quickly typed back.
All good! It's just me and a pizza, no biggie!
She hit send, her thoughts flitting from the thrilling movie to the quiet house around her. Outside, shadows stretched and danced in the fading light. The atmosphere felt charged, an edge of anticipation lingering in the air. Unbeknownst to her, the Inside lay a jumbled array of old family photographs and documents, faded and fragile like the memories they contained. As she rifled through the contents, her gaze fell upon a photograph of a young boy, his eyes shining with a life that felt both foreign and achingly familiar. A chill ran down her spine as she recognized the face. An older brother she never knew existed. Her fingers trembled as she unfolded a document, revealing her family's dark secret. Her brother had been institutionalized for violent behavior and had supposedly died years ago. The more she read, the more the pieces fell into place. A chilling realization enveloped her. The caller, the tormentor who had taken her captive, was not some random stranger, but her estranged brother, who had returned to confront the family that had abandoned him. As the weight of this revelation crashed over her, the footsteps resumed, closer now, and Emily felt the hairs on her neck stand on end. She had been terrified of the unknown before, but now she was faced with a horrifying truth. The brother she had never met was alive, and he had returned to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his, a sense of belonging twisted by resentment and betrayal. As if on cue, the doorknob began to turn slowly. Panic surged within her as she quickly shoved the documents back into the chest and bolted behind the door, her mind racing for a plan. This confrontation, she knew, and she held her breath. When the police burst through her front door, Emily felt a wave of relief wash over her, but it was clouded by the weight of fear. The sound of shouting and confusion filled the house as officers dispersed throughout every room. Emily, trembling and drenched in sweat, could barely gather her thoughts amidst the chaos. They found her brother in a frenzied state, trapped behind the barricade she had built. But instead of surrendering, he had become more unhinged than Emily ever imagined, a cornered animal, desperate to escape its fate. The confrontation escalated swiftly, and Emily could barely watch as her brother's unpredictable rage clashed with the officer's commands. Shots rang out just as Emily turned her back, running towards the comfort of the living room. She collapsed against the wall, finally allowing tears to flow, mourning the terrifying truth that had unfolded. The family she thought she knew had hidden a darker past. Memories of an older brother who had lived in the shadows, replaced by the brother she had discovered tonight. The police apprehended her brother, but not without violence, resulting in a fatal conclusion. The trauma of the night settled deep within Emily's bones as they escorted her from the house, her world irreparably altered. When her parents finally returned the next day, they stood in shock, witnessing the devastation left behind. The words left unspoken were more powerful than any could express. The shattered remnants of trust, safety, and familial bonds loomed ominously in the air. They embraced Emily tightly, and she clung to them, desperate for solace but haunted by the revelation that had peeled back the layers of her family's history. As the days turned into weeks, Emily struggled to adjust. The shadows of the house felt alive, whispering secrets of despair and tragedy. Each ring of her phone sent jolts of terror through her heart, the echo of her brother's voice lingering like an unwelcome ghost. Then, one ordinary afternoon, sitting in her room, her rang unexpectedly, and her heart raced as she considered answering. The ring persisted. Would the horror truly end? Or was this yet another reminder that the darkness of the past would always linger just beyond her grasp? As she closed her eyes, a chill ran down her spine.